All right, this is the last video that Tim did. Tim with his son and his wife. His son's wife, not his wife. Tim don't got no wives. He had 3. He lost them all. Christopher, Tim has to go back tomorrow. He has to get back tomorrow. For what? He's retired. What? Maybe Tammy's got a job and she works. And so she had time off and she went there, and Tammy's got to be back for work because Tammy probably working. Maybe. I don't know. And his video was 8 minutes, and 7 of it was spent driving to see his son, and the other minute was his son, where he walked down the beach, and you could see the narcissist in him saying, well, I think we should sit here on the beach, but my son wants to sit there, so I'm going to have to sit where my son sits. Yeah, dude, of course you are. Yeah, and then he took a picture with his son, and I'm not really going to go into that. I hope his son is a good dude. Hope his son has a great life, and Timmy didn't affect him much. Yeah, Timmy just sat there on the beach for a little bit and got a picture, and that was all. And the picture was in a parking lot, you know. I don't know, Tim, that's kind of sad. But first was TDR. Yep. So I'm going to leave the kid out of it. Even though I got lots of opinions, I'm just going to keep those to myself. I think that's best. So it's around 9 o'clock, and no video from Tim after this one. No videos at all. And old Timmy, I think he's still crying about the Ted and Jolene situation. Timmy, you never had it better than living at Ted and Jolene's and hanging out with those two. That was the best part of your life, and it's gone now. Now you're just living on a cement slab all by yourself, ogling at people's big diesel trucks that pull 3-wheel, 5th wheels. Yeah, that's your life, dude. Yeah, and then they blow dust on your car. You know, it's a dirt road that goes by your cement slab, so your cars and trucks all getting full of dirt, even though you wash them every day, and they're out in the sun 24/7, and it's a terrible neighborhood and all sorts of stuff. But you put a good spin on it, dude. You do. Yeah. Anyway, I got the day off hanging out with the would-be wife and a little grandkid, adopted grandkid. No, he's a grandkid now because they got married. Yeah, so yeah, we're hanging out with a little grandgirl, and we're having fun. She's trying to use my iPad and mess it all up. So I'm being like don't need doing that. So I'm trying to be cool, be a cool grandpa dude. Yep. Oh, and RVing with the geezer. If you haven't watched his show, he's got little ducklings, and there's a little duck named Taco. I was telling my wife about that, and I showed her in the at breakfast about those ducklings, and that duckling named Taco. Yeah, that's cool. So make sure we follow Taco and see what adventures Taco gets into, geezer. Yeah, and then the baseball games and stuff. Woo! Who knew grandparenting would be so much fun? All right, well, we got to go have some fun today. See ya. Hey, Dinger, how you doing? I knew you'd be over here. Anyway, we're back at the Tiki Hut. Tim has ingratiated himself a second time. I'm coming back. Yeah, was he invited the second time? I doubt it. They kept telling him, dude, we got to go somewhere, so you got to go. And that other dude didn't want to talk to him. But someone said that dude that talked Irish was letting Tim know that he's single. He's not with the woman. I wonder what that means. Comments, TDR, off-road. He was first. Yep. And Tim plays with the squirrel. Tim has a little squirrel friend. Yeah, that squirrel's trying to tell Tim to go away. Jolene said go away. And Tim's like, what? And oh, you met the squirrel, not me. No, Timmy, we met you. The squirrel's good. Yeah. And then we got to go somewhere. So Tim got. And then remember when Ted told New York Dan that Timmy's just a big bullshitter, and Ted doesn't give Tim the time of day. He wouldn't give him the answer to the riddle. I found out it was an umbrella. Yeah. Of course, my wife would know. I had no clue. I'm just like Timmy. But Ted's just like, Tim, you just want me to give you the answer. You don't want to spend the time to look it up. And Tim probably hasn't even spent the time to look it up yet. Oh, and of course, Tim had to name. Well, now the squirrel's going to stay. We got to name the squirrel. Squirrel's got to have a name. Really, Tim? What's wrong with squirrel? Yeah. And Ted lets us know that Timmy eats terrible off camera. Yeah, I know. I've been telling you guys forever that he's got a 3,000 calorie a day diet. And that shit that he cooks, who knows if he really eats it or not. And then he goes to Burger King. That was a new one. We didn't know he went to Burger King. Yeah. And Teddy just kept zinging him. Zing, zing. Sarasota Tim sticks around and Teddy goes zing. And Sarasota Tim doesn't get the hint and leave. And Teddy goes zing. Because Teddy's a nice dude. And Jolene's super nice. And they're just, dude, get the hint. Go away. But Tim can't get the hint. Yeah. I almost felt bad for Tim. I thought he was going to cry at the end of this video because he finally figured out that they didn't want him there and they didn't like him. And you could see the little gerbils rolling around his head figuring that out. And then he got really sad. And then he's like, oh, well, we're crushing it. And he had to get off camera because he was sad. And since that, there's been no more Timmy video. Well, there was the video with the son. We're going to get to that. But after that, no more videos. And the son one didn't go much better. All right. Ooh. And we're back. I call this Timmy video, the no mic Timmy video. Timmy's mic breaks. Has a DJI mic and it's broken. He can't get it to work. He's going to send it back to China and they're going to fix it and send it back to him. Let's see how that goes, Timmy. Yeah, first was living in South Florida. Yep, no mic. It's broken. Crazy dude. Can't sit and enjoy the sunrise. I talked about that last video. And Timmy reminisces about his teenage years. So if you want to know about Timberee's teenage years, watch this video and you'll know all about it. Pretty exciting stuff. See ya. Hey dudes, I gotta do this one over again. Had some technical difficulties. Timmy said us haters are a bunch of hooey, that we don't know nothing. And then what's that expression, Lord of my life? I think it's a British saying or whatever. It's in a Queen song. But I wonder what that means. Troll Under the Bridge, I gotta watch that for Capote. His Morning in the Dark driving video is 21 minutes. Yeah, first, Too Cool for YouTube was number 1. He says Jolene wanted to make him breakfast yesterday. I don't think that's true. She didn't. And he had a coffee milkshake, but he had to bring it himself because they didn't make coffee for him. And Jolene didn't even make him breakfast the next day. You'll hear about that later. Yep. And Sarasota's a big fan of Burger King. Goes to Burger King all the time, gets Road Burger. He even has a name for it, Road Burger. Yeah. But yeah, he never tells us about his Burger King experiences. Yeah, but old Teddy lets us know. And then he invites himself back to Ted and Jolene's later. So there's 2 Ted and Jolene visits. I found that this going to the sunrise thing was the most boring, most annoying video Timmy's ever done that I've ever watched. It's all lies. He promises everything. He delivers nothing. Says he's going to do all sorts of stuff on this trip. And we'll find out later he didn't do none of it. And yeah, I think he's sleeping in his car. Everybody thinks he's sleeping in his car. Yeah, because he's not staying where Tammy's staying. He dropped Tammy off at the Tammy place, and then he's doing all this stuff, and he's going to pick her up. Anyway, so I feel sorry for Timmy that he can't enjoy sunrise. He can't go out there and enjoy it and watch it come up. No, he's driving 40 minutes there. Oh my gosh, this, that. Ooh, there's the sun. Here's a picture of him. I'm done. You know, just like Clark Griswold in the Vacation, where, Dad, don't you want to see the Grand Canyon? Oh, big hole. Let's go. Yeah, that's probably how Timmy did the Grand Canyon too when he was there, but he didn't film it. Said you couldn't film. Yeah. So anyway, that's all for this first one. I don't know if it's any better than the one that didn't work out, but there you go. Ooh, we'll be back. Hey guys, Carl here. We got some rain over the past couple of days, so I just thought I'd let you see our lake. Got some water in it. No duckies though. I don't know where the duckies went. They'll be back. It's late at night, so there's usually, at dusk, there's usually some deer up in there, but I don't see any. She's got a joke for you guys. Hold on. All right, tell them the joke.
Brandon told the grandkids he was going to teach them how to can tomatoes, but they assured him they already knew how. The kids lined the tomatoes up on the counter, walked over each one, and said, "You're fired."
All right, I'll tell you my favorite joke. Grandpa had to talk fast out of a speeding ticket to the officer the other day. The grandpa explained to the officer that if he didn't drive fast enough, he'd forget where he was going before he got there.
It was she.
I know, but I'm a he.
Okay, so doesn't mean you have to change what it says.
Okay. All righty.